Williamson brought up an interesting point. Many people have spoken to me also. They would like to see a museum. They would like to see anything but. The unfortunate thing is, none of the people in this city wanted to buy that property and build what everybody else would like to see. So CVS has been working very diligent to bring not a box store, but a very unique, very different CVS. Now, there is another possibility here, one that you're not going to like. And in speaking with the realtor for the property, Rick Rosenzweig, who spoke earlier, and I screwed up that name, but he's the owner of Sound Investments. And I wish he would have spoken about it more when he was up at the podium, but he didn't. But he shared with me that there is a national gas station convenience store that is interested in the property. Now, that would be open 24 hours a day, possibly, be under no restrictions because it would be within the 1 acre and require no zoning. So would the people in this audience and people watching be happy with that? And on top of it, Rick shared with me that this company that is interested in the property, and he didn't say how interested, he just said is interested. But this same company has been known to him, because he has past experience with them, of buying up larger parcels such as the entire lot here and subdividing it, such as selling off the legal residential section and building those 12 houses or 10 houses, or whatever it would be. So if that happened, there would be no P&Z required. There'd be no land requirements, no changes required. It would just conform to the land development code, the looks of what we require, and it would go in, and we would have no say whatsoever. Now, if that were to happen, or any development other than CVS were to happen, as the questions I asked before spoke to that. You'd have 2 driveways along Airport Road. One for the commercial property would be very close to the intersection, and there'd be no changing that. So there you would have the bottleneck. And on top of that, you'd have a bottleneck with most likely the Airport Road would not be widened. And there's not a darn thing we could do but ask the developer to do it, because they'd be under no responsibility to do it, the same way CVS is. So it's great to say, don't develop. It's great to say a lot of things. But the bottom line is, somebody's going to build there. And you may not like it, and you may not have anything to say about it, nor may we. This is a development that doesn't block any views, as shown up on the screen, because I didn't see any views blocked. I saw, yes, in one picture I saw a little piece of a roof, but it didn't block the views that are so urgently wanted and desired in Sedona, that would reduce the residents' property values. If those houses, those 10 or 12 houses went up, they would certainly block the views, because those houses would not be recessed into the ground like CVS is. They would be up, higher up on in the elevation on that property in the residential section, and that would be blocking views. And you know what? We get complaints all the time from neighbors saying, the house is going up next to me, it blocked my view. There's nothing you can do about it, because that's development in Sedona. They have a legal right to build on their property. The CVS plan they've addressed each and every concern over the years, each and every concern. They reduced the overall building square footage and the footprint, lowering the roof line so there would be no block views. They listened. They reduced the number of parking spaces and utilizing permeable pavers in the parking lot. They didn't have to do that. They created a minimum of 90-foot distance to the nearest property owner. They didn't have to do that either, okay? They're preserving 60% of the site as open space, deeding to restrict the open space, which will benefit the neighbors and everybody in Sedona. 76% of the Cooks Hill planned area designation also is affected. The applicant provided additional landscaping, retaining 70% of the existing vegetation, creating unique design and colors and material complementary to the Sedona beauty. As far as the community plan, correct me if I'm wrong, But there is a significant amount of open space proposed to be preserved, and this guarantees in perpetuity, which with no future development at all. $20,000 is substantial, and I like that, going to affordable housing, because I believe in affordable housing. The project will widen Airport Road, which will help alleviate the neighbors' concern. With the extension of the sidewalk to Brins Mesa, that will also be a benefit. And I'm not really in favor, I wasn't originally in favor of that left turn on 89A. But thankfully, Andy Dickey really explained to me, and he's our staff, he's trained, he's a certified engineer. This is the person I go to, the same with other staff for their specialty. So I go to Andy to get the facts. And somebody mentioned, well, things could be flawed, the reports could be flawed, the traffic reports could be flawed, anything could be flawed. These people put their name on a document, it's certified, they have their license on the line. So when it comes to engineering, I depend on Andy for the information as well as traffic. And my concerns with the 89A left turn are fine. So for that reason and all the others, I do support this project. Thank you.
Angela?